should you be thinking of this as I should be writing for specific needs for the industry, or can you take what you already have and try to pitch that? Or like if you're a singer-songwriter, just get rid of the top line and try to pitch that. Like what's the approach that makes the most sense, or can you do all the above? How does that work?
A little bit of all the above, but it's a great question, by the way. It's one of my favorite questions to answer because people really don't know the answer to this, so thanks for giving them the opportunity to learn the answer. More often than not, we've seen that people who wait and wait and wait to join Taxi till they build up a catalog are really disappointed when they try pitching that catalog because they haven't created it for specific needs. So they have to wait for the need to come along that matches what they've got. And frequently they're not making the best decisions. Yeah, well, they asked for a song that'd be good at a birthday party, and my song's got the word birthday in the third verse. So I'm going to throw that, because they'll never make it to the third verse to hear the word birthday, and they'll wonder why the hell you submitted it. I personally recommend joining Taxi and then creating music to fit what is requested, because I analogize that to a shoe store. If you've ever been to a Taxi road rally, you've heard me tell the story, but I used to sell shoes. And if a woman came in looking for a size 7.5B pot de soie pump in beige to wear with her bridesmaid gown a month later, and you brought out a men's penny loafer in cordovan in a 9.5D, they're going to be like, what the hell? And they'd be right. So, just give customers what they ask you for. That's the whole premise behind Taxi, is you're always having the need put right in front of you, and you make the decision, do I have something, or can I create something to fill this need? There was a third part of your question, about can you take something that you already have, take off the vocal melody part, and submit the instrumental track as an instrumental for film and TV? And the answer is sometimes. But my experience has taught me that more often than not, when you do that, you end up with something that sounds like a rhythm track once the melody's been sucked out of it.
Right.
So then you have to add back some melody. But if you add back the entire melody as if the vocal would have sung it, but let's say on an acoustic guitar, it ends up sounding like a Mantovani record or 101 strings. It starts sounding like music.
Right.
So I recommend, if you're gonna take those old records, if you will, or demos of songs that would have been applicable for records, at least add back in a little bit of melody, maybe like 1/4 of all the notes that you would have done. Maybe it's just whatever note would carry the melody on the downbeat of each bar or something that gives a little hint to move it along and make it a little more interesting, but don't give them the full melody.
But you're talking about doing that with an instrumental now.
Yeah, with an instrumental that was derived from a song,
right?
That had vocal melody stripped out.
Right. So you're saying if you played the whole vocal melody on the guitar, that sounds like music. But if you take just a piece of it and make that a guitar part, a quarter of it, then that could be what works.
Yeah, if you don't want to sound like 101 strings does a rendition yesterday.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. And then, so some of these placements though do have vocals, and the ones that do, are there topics that work best for
you? Good questions. Yeah, there are topics that are really common. If you start getting your mind wrapped around the mindset of the way this industry works, and you'll notice when you watch movies or watch TV shows that there's commonality. Topics are, of course, love, found love, new love, romantic love, enduring love, love that ends, the tragedy of a love ending. All those things are going to come up, especially in dramas on TV or in films. But it could be, it's not just love about, I love my wife. It could be, I love my brother, who maybe the film is about two brothers that are incredibly close, and one goes off to war and the other one doesn't. So could be a song about non-romantic love. Could be love of your best friend, your dog. So that's a very broad and popular general topic is love and relationships. Another one is empowerment for both genders, all genders, I guess I should say nowadays. But female empowerment is one that we get a lot of requests for, and that would be used, let's say, in TV commercial. Some sassy 21-year-olds putting on their new shoes, going out for a night of drinking cosmopolitans with the ladies. Woo, girls' night out. You know, I do that so well. So that's very popular. Introspection. A lot of dramatic TV shows and movies have songs about, gee, maybe I didn't make the best decision, or maybe, it's usually maybe I didn't make the best decision, whether that's about a romantic situation or leaving home. It could be, sorry, forgot to turn off my thing here. There we go. It could be the home. That's a concept that could get used in a song. I call them happy, clappy, snappy songs that are mid to up tempo with hand claps. And it could be, I'm coming home, I'm going home, it's great to be home, it's great to be home for the holidays. Everybody loves home, of course, till you get there and the family start. But it's scary, you know, for a Hallmark movie, home for the holidays, that's going to work. Holidays, that's another great topic. Especially because it's what we call in the industry evergreen. If you create a song that's great for the Christmas holiday, that song gets at least one guaranteed time period per year where you got a shot at getting it placed over and over and over again. So there you go. I'm sure I didn't cover all of them, but those are some of the more popular ones.
Yeah, that's good. And maybe think too, like if you looked at like the taxi listings, because if you wanted to get into, writing for film and TV, you could see what's being requested, and then you could sort of just like write for those topics, and then, that could just give you song ideas in general, even if it doesn't end up being something that you want to pitch. It's just like,
how many times have you sat down, and you're staring at your computer monitor and you've got your keyboard there and a guitar next to you and you go, okay, what am I going to write about today? Or you could just look at the taxi listings, of which there are typically, I don't know, probably 30 to 50 that are live at any one point in time, maybe more. And you could go down the list and go, ooh, I could do that topic, or I could do that genre. And then you've got a starting point. So it does make you get off your butt and become more productive. Your viewers can find out more at taxi.com, taxi.com. Honestly, would I love to capture somebody's email address? Yes. But you know what? By giving us their email address, which can be done with a red button on the homepage, they can start getting emails every day to see all the opportunities that our paying customers are getting. And they can determine, are there enough requests for music that I either have or can do that I should think about joining Taxi.
Okay, so hopefully that information helps you out. If you're looking for a lot more ways to improve your songwriting, I've got a couple of cheat sheets for you that you can download by tapping on the screen here. And if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel to stay updated on our latest songwriting videos, you can tap our logo on the screen for that. And I'll also have links for that stuff below this video. So thank you for checking this out, and I'll talk to you in the next one.